Hey there! Thank you for watching us and supporting us while we go into 2025. If you're new to my channel, my name is Pratap Simha and I'm a certified NLP coach. And I'm also an HR by profession and over a decade worth of experience working with individuals. Here are three things that you can definitely do to make your 2025 better. Tip number one, work on visualization. Work on your success metric and not just by defining what it looks like, but also picturing it. A quick activity that I suggest, and I leave the template in the description below, is drawing out or mapping it out as to how your future is going to look once you've achieved your goal. Step number one of any habit or any goal building is to be able to visualize what success looks like. More often or not, people only visualize some parts of it. But I'm here to guide you on how to do the entire part of it. Now, while you're going through this exercise, I want you to sit down with yourself, focus on what the goal looks like, what the purpose of the goal looks like, and how, when you put it down all on a movie screen, imagine you're sitting in a movie theater and a movie is going on, and that's the movie of how you have achieved your success. What is going to be happening? Are you going to be sitting somewhere? Is something moving in front of you? Are you going to be looking at different things? What are the different sounds? What are the different elements in that movie? What are you thinking sitting there? What are you feeling sitting there? So while you build this entire movie in your mind, I want you to answer these three very important questions. What does success of my goal look like? Now, when I say look like, I want you to picture what is happening around you in an associated state. Picture as though you've already achieved it and picture what is happening around you. Where are you? What are people around you doing? What is happening? So I'll give you an example of what it looks like. When I was doing a corporate workshop, one of the things that I realized is when I asked people to picture their success, they said, my boss is cheering me on. And I said, does that really happen in real life? Like, does a boss ever go like, yay, you go? No. So a quick question to ask yourself is, what is realistically going to happen when I achieve success? So if you're on a weight loss journey and you want to build a successful habit and the success of your goal looks like you have a six-pack abs, fair enough. But are you starting at a point from which six-pack abs are possible? If yes, then okay. If no, then the question then comes down to what is a realistical picture of the future that you can create. So if you're starting at a 120, 130 kg, a realistic picture in a year would look like 100 or a 95 kg. It can be from a body shape. It can also be you looking at a weighing scale. It can also be people around you are all saying good job, but make it realistic. Going from 120 to a six-pack abs, it's completely possible in a year, but requires you to be a full-time bodybuilder. And if you're someone who's working, that's not going to work. The second question I want you to ask under this step is, what are people going to tell me? Or what am I going to tell myself when the goal is achieved? I think most people, when I talk to, they tell me that, hey, I'm hearing people telling me that I've done a great job. Now, that is good. I want you to picture that happening. But more importantly, I also want you to be specific. Picture what are specifically close people, the first circle telling you about. Are they telling you that, hey, I've seen you grow and you're an amazing person? Or are they telling you you've done a great job? But only picture the first circle. It may be your parents, it may be your spouse, it may be your brother, sister, son, daughter, anybody. But the first circle. What are you telling yourself? More often or not, when we are building these blocks of our success, we forget to actually account for ourselves. Because the most amount of words that we hear, the most amount of talking that happens actually happens in our head. So why do we actually forget to do that as an accountable factor into our success? So remember, when you're actually writing it down, just make sure that you write down, what are you telling yourself? Hey, good job, you've come so far. It could also be, I knew you would do it. There are multiple prompts as such which you could be using. The third question is, how are you feeling while all of this is happening? Now, define all of this in one particular word, and I'll give you an example. It should not be awesome. Find words, find vocabulary that you can define your success with. Once you've created this beautiful movie of your future, I want you to picture it every day for the next 21 days. Make a routine goal, and that's also part of the document that I'm going to share in the description. Make a routine goal, set a timer as to when do you want to actually picture it, and picture it. Keep adding more elements to it. You want to add more sound, you want to increase the sound of the movie, you want to increase the surrounding sound. Maybe this is happening at your home, or maybe it's happening at your office, maybe it's happening at your gym. It maybe can also happen that it's not happening anywhere, but you're just sitting in a dark room and you're thinking to yourself, you have done a great job. Either which ways, make that picture refined. Use the 20 to 21 days. Set your routine, maybe once in the morning, once in the evening, but I want you to go back to that picture every single time. Now, the science behind this is very simple. If you have known how you're attracted to eat your favorite food every time, it does not happen once. Maybe you thought of biryani. Now, you've thought of this biryani once, but you have not acted upon it. Now, 4 days later, you've actually eaten biryani, because 4 days between the time you thought about it and till the time that you ate, in different moments, you have added different elements to that picture of biryani. Maybe it's how you felt after eating it. Maybe it's about the actual essence of the biryani, how you smelt it. All of that counts. Taking action requires that picture to be bigger, brighter, and more amazing. The second thing that I want you to do is ask yourself a very simple question. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the picture that you have pictured for yourself about success, where do you currently stand? Now, most people have the tendency to overestimate their success rate, in which case they would rate themselves 7 or 8 or 9 or sometimes even 10 and say, hey, you know what, the scale should have been 1 to 11 because I'm at 10. I want you to honestly answer this question. If that's what the success looks like, where are you currently? If you're anywhere between 1 to 3, then you need a coach. If you're anywhere between 4 to 6, you need to sit down with yourself and ask yourself a simple question. What do I need to start doing? What do I need to continue to do? What do I need to stop? What do I need to do more of? And what do I need to do less of? Right? These are the 5 questions that will help you understand how do you go from that 4 to 6 column to 7 or 8. And more often or not, these questions will give you an answer of how do you want to reshape your strategy to achieve that goal. Let's be very honest. We're all trying to get there, including myself. So the honest answer is just sit down with yourself, ask yourself a simple question on a scale of 1 to 10, where am I really? The third thing that I want you to do is look at your own strategy. Now, most people have a way to get things done. Most people have learned the best and optimal way in their lives to either become consistent, make a decision. It can be anything. You have a strategy. Now, this third step is actually a bonus. I'm not going to be talking a lot about this right now, but you need to know this. Imagine you have anything of your favorite, right? For example, for me, it might be some of my PlayStation games. Now, in my case, I look at all my games and I still want more. It can be dresses, it can be phones, it can be cars, it can be anything in your life. The most important part is that I look at my games and I want some more. So then I go on a buying expedition. Now, the most important part about this is how I make the decision of buying something. I go from wanting something to going and taking that decision into actually acquiring it. Similarly, your decision making, your consistency, your habits, you already have built a strategies around it. You just have to tap into your own mind, understand what you do first, what you do second, and then go on to actually achieve it. This way, once you know your success, once you know how to get there, and also once you can bank on your own strengths, nobody, and trust me, nobody can stop you from achieving it. Because this is a bonus, I actually want you to just click on the description below and find the link which says learning strategies. By doing that, you will get a small 10-pager, 15-pager ebook, which will actually tell you how learning strategies can help you. Once you integrate that with the first two steps, you are unstoppable. Thank you.